and welcome to my first episode of my Football Manager campaign with Portsmouth. Now, this is Joe, and basically, I'm going to be doing a campaign with Portsmouth and going to try and get Portsmouth to stay in the Championship. Now, as you know, Portsmouth have no money. So, as I look at my pending transfers, it turns out we have very little to spend. In fact, we have nothing, and our available wage budget is negative 99,000. So I was going to find it difficult to make any transfers, and it became even more difficult when I found out I was actually under a transfer embargo. So this didn't actually help the situation at all. So that meant the squad I had was the squad I was going to have to use for the entirety of the season, and which was a slight pain, but they looked like a good bunch of lads, and it looked like they were ready to get Portsmouth to safety, and I was ready to get Portsmouth the points they needed. So this was what pre-season looked like. I got 4 wins and a couple of defeats, so things were looking good. Pre-season was quite positive, and I think this could be a good season. I think we can get Portsmouth out of the relegation zone. So first game was at home to Barnsley, and they thought we could do it, the bookies, and well, it was an okay start to the season, a 0-0 draw. We dominated though, and we really should have won, but oh well, that's just one of the things that happens. And then the next game was at home to Hereford in the League Cup, and we won, obviously, 4-0 with a great result, and we're now through to the second round. So after that, the next game was away to Hull. They said Hull got the advantage here, but I knew we could do it. It's only Hull, and I proved right, as we won 2-1 and got our first 3 points of the season and our first win. And it was a good win. That's a very good win for us, and that now meant we were on -6 points in the Championship. So it wasn't a bad start at all, really. 4 points from a possible 6. But anyway, we go on to the next game. The next game was, oh no, I'm sorry. My transfer embargo actually got lifted, which was something great. So I was looking at transfers, but now back onto the game. We was at home to Ipswich for our next game, and we drew 1-1. So it was all right. We're still undefeated in the league. Got 5 points from possible 9, and I had no complaints really. So next game was away to Crystal Palace. They were favourites. They were doing quite well. They were in the promotion. So I was quite surprised when we drew 1-1, but it was a pain because of the fact that they had scored in the 93rd minute of the game, which was it angered me. But I had to move on and accept that a point was good. So we go on to the next game that ends off this episode, and that was our home game at Sunderland. And could we keep this run going in the League Cup, which would have been absolutely fantastic? The answer to that is no. We lost 4-0 at home, but I guess it's just one of them things. It was a Premier League club, and we're Portsmouth. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this episode. And well, if you think Portsmouth can get survival, come back. You need to check on Portsmouth. Can I get them out of the relegation zone? Can I prevent us from going down to League One? Well, this has been Joe, and I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Please like, favourite, and subscribe. And I hope you come back. And can Portsmouth do it? We'll only find out later. Goodbye.